Welcome back to a breaking update where a PIL that has been filed on the Supreme Court challenging the ban on the BBC docuseries on Gujarat riots in 2002, where this PIL wants the Supreme Court to examine the documentary and saying a ban affront on freedom of speech and the citizens' right to know, and the plea that has been filed by PIL petitioner advocate ML Sharma. We have Harish with us. Harish, good morning. What is this PIL all about? It is seeking as far as a response on the centre's decision to ban the BBC docuseries.
Yes, so good morning, Amita. Advocate ML Sharma will now be at 10:30. Will be mentioning his PIL before the Chief Justice Chandrachud, seeking an early listing for hearing. Yes, so this petition has been filed, and it comes at a time when the crackdown has intensified across various campuses against students watching the documentary despite the ban. The PIL filed in Supreme Court challenges ban on BBC documentary on Gujarat riots, which has accused then CM Modi of fanning the riots and not doing enough to stop the violence. PIL has called the ban as a mala fide, arbitrary and unconstitutional action. It wants Supreme Court to examine both parts of the documentations be invoked by the central government. So as of now,
No, but Harish, what do we understand? What does the advocate actually want from the Supreme Court? Supreme Court ruling on the matter is already out. What is he urging the Supreme Court to do in this case?
Yes, that's right. As rightly said, the Supreme Court has already given a clean sheet to the Prime Minister Modi, who was then the Chief Minister, saying that there were attempts by the vested interests to keep the pot boiling. And this PIL, in fact, challenges the ban on the BBC documentary by the government and says it's a mala fide, arbitrary and unconstitutional action, and calls it the ban an affront on freedom of speech and citizens' right to know. So, in fact,
Harish, just stay on with us. Let me also bring in Mr. Majid Memon. Mr. Majid Memon, now what exactly do you believe is there in this PIL urging the Supreme Court to examine both of the episodes till now that have been released, and also seeking action against those apparently who were responsible or involved directly and indirectly in 2002 Gujarat riots, sir?
Well, the subject matter of the documentary has to be examined by the highest court. And in the light of the challenge to the ban, the Honorable Supreme Court would examine whether it is in public interest to get it exhibited or it enjoys some privilege of concealment. Because what has been found is that at number of educational institutes and various places throughout the country, the screening has taken place as far as the first documentary is concerned. The second documentary has come, and government must not try to hide if there is anything wrong that has happened in the past.
So the problem actually should be, Mr. Memon, with actually the BBC docuseries, not exactly with the Supreme Court ruling that has already come out, sir, because here the petitioner is also demanding that there is a lot of evidence, apparently he believes, in the BBC docuseries that neither further needs to be looked into.
No, the Supreme Court certainly is not going to ignore its earlier findings. Supreme Court will examine the plea that has now been filed afresh with regard to the identification of offenders and the application of law, that they need be punished if they have committed any wrong, like brutal mass killings, etc., etc. But if Supreme Court has ruled earlier with regard to the same, then Supreme Court certainly is going to look back upon its own observations in the past also.
Well, remains to be seen if it will be accepted in the court today or not. In a short while from now, we are told that the matter will be taken up. Thank you very much, Mr. Memon. To you, Harish, as well. Keep getting us those updates that come in, and part of this PIL, if at all, it will be accepted by the court.